early morning on the coast. The sunlight is pale, glinting off gentle waves as they lap at the stones. Pebbles and driftwood line the shore, and a breeze stirs the quiet. Perched on a lichen-marked rock, a lone crow watches everything carefully, glossy feathers ruffled against the salt air. His stomach rumbles. He hops forward, scanning between the rocks for anything worth eating. Then he notices a dark oyster shell, tightly clamped and motionless, half sunk in the wet sand. As he approaches, the crow tilts his head, inspecting the prize. He pecks at the shell, quick and cautious. The oyster remains closed, unmoved by his efforts. Undeterred, the crow works harder. He jabs with his beak, testing different angles, but the shell refuses to give even the slightest crack. His frustration grows. He lets out a short caw, grabs a pebble, and hammers it down on the shell. Again, nothing. The sound of stone on shell rings out, but the oyster doesn't break. Each attempt grows more frantic. His feathers puff out, he leaps and slams, he twists and scratches, but all in vain. The oyster rests, sealed and silent, and the crow pauses, breathing hard, beside his unbroken breakfast. Just then a shadow passes overhead. Another crow glides in, landing with sleek precision by the first. This new arrival has an air of confidence, older perhaps, or simply more assured. For a moment, it stands aside, watching the other's efforts. Then, in an even, knowing tone, it speaks.
Friend, that won't work. Fly high, very high, and drop the oyster onto the rocks. It will break open on its own.
Inspired and a little desperate, the first crow obeys. He seizes the oyster in his beak, wings beating hard as he lifts off. Up he goes, higher than he's ever dared, the oyster heavy but hope heavier. He banks over the cliffs and with a surge, lets go. The oyster plummets, spinning, and smashes against the rocks with a sharp crack. The sound carries above the surf, but as the first crow wheels downward, eager for victory, the wise-looking intruder leaps into action. In a blur, he darts ahead, lands beside the broken shell, and snatches the exposed oyster meat. Quick as a flash, he swallows it down, leaving nothing but empty shards. The first crow lands just as the meal is finished. He stands among the split shells, silent, watching the waves roll in. The sun is sinking lower, spreading soft gold across the water. Beside him, only fragments remain, and the bittersweet ache of trust, abused, settles in. Not everyone who gives advice has good intentions. Be wise and don't trust others at face value. Moral: do not trust people on their face value.